Momentum. Whew. Gaining momentum.
What connection are you on?
What do you mean?
On your tablet.
It should be on the house. Why?
It's showing me.
I think I turn off my laptop.
Thank you for joining. We're getting ready in just a second. We're gaining momentum, y'all. Be sure to comment and let us know who you are and that you're here. This is an interactive experience. You have the opportunity to post your questions and your comments, and we encourage them. Monday Night Sales Mastery, episode 12. Hey, Stephanie Washington, ready for the great info.
Gaining momentum. All right. Is it 9? It's 9:01.
9:01.
Let's get started. Hello, everyone. This is our Monday Night Sales Mastery, and my name is Brian McNeill, and this is our 12th episode. Woohoo! 12 episodes. That means we've been doing this for 3 months now. Each Monday night from 9 until 9:30, what I do is I attempt to impart something that will help you to sell yourself and your services better than you ever have before, like right away. My attempt is to give you something that's immediately actionable.
Atriana's on.
Atriana, hello Atriana, how are you? So tonight we're going to talk about an old school subject, and it's so funny that it doesn't seem to be talked about that much anymore. What we're going to talk about tonight is building your business through referrals and strategic partners. Through referrals and strategic partners. You know, when we talk about selling services and building our business today, the popular conversations are branding. Make sure you brand yourself and brand your face or brand your logo. Make sure you have a very robust social media footprint, a social media footprint. Make sure you get yourself on the first page of Google and of Yahoo and of Bing. All those kinds of things. Make sure that you are actively doing things on LinkedIn as well as Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. All of these things are popular and they all are good, and you have to do some combination of all those things.
Robert Lasco's on. Thank you. Thank you for sharing Africans in America's Business Owners Network online.
Woohoo! Woohoo! That's a new something new to the show.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you guys very much. But all those things are very, very popular, and you don't hardly hear conversations about building business through referrals and strategic partner. At least I don't, and I'm in the industry a lot. I do have one friend, he might even be on here. His name Joe Navarro out of Raleigh, and his whole business is word of mouth marketing. How to teach people word of mouth marketing. But this is going to be a little bit different.
Damona, thanks for sharing as well.
Thank you, Damona. Now, this is going to be a little different. First off, can you build your business through referrals and strategic partners? I had an interesting conversation with a gentleman maybe an hour ago, Mr. Clayton Barnett, actually, and he was talking about what he considers the Jesus method and how Jesus didn't have Facebook and LinkedIn and all those things, but what he did was he helped people first. He just went from town to town and just helped people. And Clayton has a different perspective on his Jesus method. His Jesus method was he would help people and tell them to keep it under their hat. Don't tell too many people about it because his business is busy. That's his hook. You know, don't tell a whole lot of people what I'm doing. If you tell anybody, don't tell a lot of people. That's what he tells.
Hey, Bill. Thank you for joining.
When you help somebody tremendously and you say to them, look, don't tell a whole lot of people about what I do. What do you think what kind of message do you think that puts out there? That puts out there, one is he's obviously really busy, he's doing really great, but I gotta tell somebody. You know, people who can't stand it, they want to tell somebody when you say, don't tell a whole lot of people, right? So I thought his perspective on the Jesus method was pretty interesting to me, but I have my own perspective too. So tonight, since this is my show, we're going to talk Monday Night Sales Mastery on my feeling about how to build your business through referrals and strategic partners. Now, first things first, what is a referral? What is a referral? How do you define what is a referral to you? I consider a referral is when one person recommends my service to another person in such a way that that person either reaches out to me or wants to get information from me.
Adrian has heard of the method.
Yes. So what a referral is someone feeling high enough about me that they're going to tell me about someone else. First off, I do want you guys to know that most people do not like to give referrals. Most people don't like to do it. Why is it that they don't like to do it? It's because giving a referral is risky. When you give a referral to someone, you are putting your reputation on the line as well as the person you're referring.
That's me.
Yeah, that's why most people don't like to do it. So you need to understand that most people don't like to give referrals. They don't like to. And there's some more stuff. We're going to get to it, okay? But there's some more stuff. People don't like to give them because of the risk factor. A referral. There is such a thing as a bad referral, too. A bad referral is, hey, Lisa, my cousin Tony, he really needs your help. Here's his name and here's his phone number. You should give him a call, but don't tell him that I gave you his name and number. Now, what is the probability of that being successful? That is very low probability. That's as if you just took a name and number out of a phone book. Okay? You can't say the person's name is no good. What's a good referral? A good referral is, hey, I told Tom Jones about you. He's expecting your call. I have told him how you have helped me, and he really wants to talk to you. Here's his name, phone number, all his contact information, and I've given him yours. That's a great referral there. Okay? So, a couple of points real quick. Most people don't like to give them, and there are bad referrals. If they're not willing to let you use their name as a reference, it's not a good referral.
Roe v. Gray made it. She was having some trouble getting on.
I'm glad she saw it, okay? Most people don't like to give referrals. So, how can you build your business when people don't like to do it? Here's the key. I need a different. Maybe I'll give this color here. Referrals must, M-U-S-T, be earned.
So I can't just tell you, give me 5 people that you know, and I haven't shown you that I can really do what I do.
For me to give you 5 referrals of people that I know so that you have an opportunity to sell them, your couple things has to happen. One is me and your rapport has to be very, very high. I have to have an extremely high trust in you for me to be willing to give you 5 referrals. Plus, you will have had to have benefited me personally before I could do that to you, for you. Now, if you sell me a home security system, I needed a home security system. I called up a company. They sent you out here. I looked for a home security system. I didn't know who the person was going to be. As far as I know, you're just a sales guy from the company. Okay? The sales guy from the company, I bought my home. I knew I was going to buy when he came. I wanted one, right? He sold me a home security system, and he says, look, now that you bought, from me, give me the names of 10 of your friends and family that also have homes. Now, he has not earned the right to ask me that.
Right.
He's not earned the right to.
Right.
And for him, I don't know anybody. Now, if he does anything more than that, well, come on, you might benefit. What if your friends get robbed and you didn't refer me to them? Now he's crossed the line of what's called high-pressure selling. Now, here's another key about high-pressure selling. All good closing, and it's going to sound funny coming from me, but all good closers are high-pressure closers. However, if the client ever believes you were high-pressuring them, that means you did it wrong. You did it incorrectly. The pressure you use is the client's own pressure. You let them build the pressure, not you give it to them. You ask them a question and let them come to the conclusion on their own. And that'll be in another class on how to pressure a client into doing it. But that'll do it another night. But referrals must be earned. Now, let's say, for example, you help the client, or you teach the client something, or you help the client more than once. You help them over time. You've demonstrated consistency and a willingness to be helpful over time. Then the referral is earned. Now, what is the best kind of lead you can get? Now, the knee-jerk response, the best kind of lead you can get is a referral. Actually, that's not true.
Okay.
The best kind of lead you can get is the client that has already researched you on their own. They've checked out all your stuff on their own, and they've drawn their own conclusions, and they reached out to you.
Absolutely.
Those self-referrers, if you will. Now, I love it when I get those. And you're finding that more and more today because everyone has access to LinkedIn and Google and Facebook.
Right.
A lot of the times when you get a call, now you guys all need to understand this. It is vain of you to believe that anybody calls you without checking you out first. Vain. They did check you out. If I'm going to reach out to somebody, I'm going to check them out first. Or if anybody calls me and want me to, I'm going to check them out then. Today, we do check each other out. My wife teases me a lot of times because I check someone out very thoroughly before I'm even interested in accepting you as a Facebook friend or a LinkedIn request. I'm going to check you out as much as I can.
Like research.
Yes. Why do we do that? Because I don't want to waste any of my time.
Or space.
I don't want to waste any of my time or space on that limited 5,000, which I'm always around, So, referrals must be earned. How do you earn referrals? Typically, referrals must be earned over time. And you have to help them before you earn the right to ask referrals. Now, there's a right way to ask and a wrong way to ask for referrals. There is a school of thought that says you should never ask for referrals. Just hope they come. Okay? Just serve and serve and serve, and then if they give you a referral, great, accept it. But never ask because it makes them uncomfortable when you ask. And there's a level of truisms in that. I believe when you earn the right to ask, you should ask. When you have earned the right to ask for a referral, you should ask for the referral because if you don't ask, you're demonstrating that you're not that sure of your skills. When you do ask, as you've earned the right to ask the referrals, you're demonstrating that you trust yourself and you know you're going to serve them. It works out beautifully if the client believes, if they trust you highly, if they believe you're going to serve them well. Does that make sense? Now, after you get a referral, how do you get the next referral? You got to do a couple of things. If you will get one referral, let me tell you how I ask for referrals. I just said when you've earned the right to ask, you should ask.
Yes.
Here's how I ask.
This was actually going through my mind right now because I participated in one of the recent times that you asked, and I thought that it was very well received.
Now, that was a good situation. That's the way you're supposed to ask, the way you saw it. I had demonstrated a level of expertise. I had provided that client with immediately actionable help, and the client believed it would be helpful to them. I asked her, did you find value in what I've imparted? And she was enthusiastic.
Bill says, take care of the first one. That's right.
Take care of the first one.
Right. That's how you get the second referrals. Take care of the first
Yes.
one. Yes.
But there's a system, too. I'm going to talk about that.
Okay.
Thank you. But what my wife is alluding to is I gave good value, and she found value. And I confirmed that she found value first. That's another little thing that a lot of people miss. Did you find value in that? Yes, I did. How do you believe that will be helpful to you? And if they can give me a great answer, great. So what I asked the lady that my wife saw me ask her, after everything you've seen, who do you know that would have loved it to have seen the same things you've seen, or would have loved to have heard what you heard, or would love to have learned what you just learned this evening? And an answer came to her immediately. Now, whatever answer comes to her immediately, that's the referral I want. So what I did was I served her well, and then I asked, did you find value? And she said yes, and I asked her, what kind of value did you find? And she told me. I said, of all the people you know, who do you think would most have liked to have seen what you saw? And she came up with a name. Now, that is the right person. Now, can I call that person, or would you call that person for me, or give me, or have them call me? She chose to have them call me. And they called me 2 days later. She chose that. I earned the right to ask that particular time. Now, let's say, for example, I helped her, but not that much. To the degree you help them is the more, Covey calls it, what do you call it? Like when someone is taking and taking and taking from you.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity is one, but he has another thing he calls it. You're overdrawn, like a bank account. When you're overdrawn. Now, when you keep putting in deposits into your bank and don't take out much, you keep putting. If you put in more than you take out, well, then you have something that you can take out, right? But if you don't put nothing in, it's not fair for you to try. You can't take out. If I only put in $10, I can't take out 100, right? So when you keep giving more, you give more value than you dare ask for, then it works right. Does that make sense? Do I need to rephrase that, or does that make sense? Okay, good. I wasn't sure it made sense in my head first.
It makes sense.
All right. So you have to give enough value to earn the right to ask for a referral. So did you find anything I shared with you tonight helpful? Yes, I did. Wow, Brian. That answers a question I've been having forever. Thank you. You're very welcome. Now, of the people you know, who do you believe would most have loved to have learned that too? That's the one I want. I only really want one referral from anybody, or maybe two, but that's after that, I don't want any more. Okay, that's it. Just that one. Now, once you get the referral, there's this thing that I really like, and it kind of convicts all I do, is GMP, the greatest management principle. I talk about it all the time. GMP, greatest management principle. Whatever gets rewarded gets done. If someone blesses you with a referral, you kind of owe them a couple of things. One is, the first thing you owe them is an update. Someone gave me a referral, I owe them an update. Hey, I called your friend and he wasn't interested, but I really appreciate your referral. Or I called your friend and him and her, we have an appointment this upcoming Tuesday. I thank you for the referral. First is an update. And again, a thank you. A thank you. And a thank you is really pretty much all the reward you need to give, some sort of appreciation. I have in my past gone back and forth with giving gifts. You know, I used to give gift baskets. You know, when I earned money off of a referral, I had a lady that would just deliver a nice gift basket to the person that gave me the referral, and they worked out great because people loved the gift basket.
Send out cards.
Send out cards is a great one.
And they have brownies.
And they have brownies?
Yes.
Send out cards have brownies?
Yes.
Send out cards is a great business. I like it.
Doug Temple.
Is he on?
No.
Okay. Well, one guy we was in a networking function, and he took a picture with me on his phone. And he took my card, and then he mailed me the picture that he took with him and I together. And I got it like 3 or 4 days later, and I was impressed, actually. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's one way to kind of, and I kept it too, because it was a good looking picture. I kept it on my desk, you know, so that was really nice. So that's one way you can thank them. Toy with the ideal of giving them a gift. But whatever gets rewarded gets done. And if you will update someone, you come across as a professional. And if you will thank someone, you demonstrate your appreciation, and they're more likely to do it again. Okay? All right. So, can you build your business on referrals? Here's the thing. You must. Because this month right here should launch next month. Next month should be easier than this month because the referrals you gain from the people that you helped this month.
Bill has a question.
Yes.
When asking for referrals, are you leveraging your relationship or are you leveraging your services?
What a great question. And I really believe you're leveraging your relationship that you earned through the service. Because of the service. What a great question, Bill. Thank you very much for that great question.
And that's a great way to put it as well. Because as much as I might love someone, if their services are not on par, I might not be able to refer them.
Exactly. And we have people like that we know, that we personally like, but they've demonstrated that they respond too slowly for us.
Stephanie says, that's an awesome idea about the picture, and what if the person is of the opposite sex? Would that be appropriate?
You have to, that's always a question.
I think that's between you and your own impression of the whole thing. Because you and I both take pictures with people of the opposite sex.
Take pictures with everybody, yeah.
All the time. And there's no inappropriate intention on our parts, and that's all we care about. So,
I think it's one of the smartest things we do is take more and more pictures of people. It's like the more pictures we take and post, no matter who we take a picture with, it doesn't matter who it is, somebody's going to say, I didn't know you knew such and such. You know, and every one of us has a circle. The average American knows about 600 people. And I have my 600, and this person has their 600, and she has their 600, and me taking a picture, I got a chance to get into their network. You're not in it yet, but you have a chance to get in the network because of the relationship. Lisa and I went to the comedy club last night, and a Facebook friend of ours posted the comedian Burpee is a great friend of hers. Luckily, we took a picture with Burpee.
Right.
So I was able to post the picture that we took with Burpee. Now, she said that Burpee was the host of the comedy show. She said that before she saw the picture that we took with him. And I was so thankful that we had a picture with him that I could share with her. Did you see that too?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So taking pictures is important. If you feel the least little bit uncomfortable, and we can kind of read intentions.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel the least little bit, it's not worth doing. So just don't do that. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, Bill, you need to take more pictures. We almost had to drag Bill kicking and screaming to get a picture with him. He said it's not an easy move for him.
It's 9:22 and I haven't even talked about strategic partners yet.
Okay.
Strategic partners. I meant to get to strategic partners at 9:15, but it's already 9:22.
That didn't happen.
So I'm 7 minutes late getting strategic partners. What is a strategic partner? A strategic partner is a person in business that serves the same client that you serve. They serve the same client you serve, but you're not in competition with each other. They serve the same client, but you're not in competition. For example, a life coach and a personal trainer can both serve the same client. Does that make sense? They serve the same client, but they're not in competition with each other. And a personal trainer can be working out with someone consistently, and this person is consistently talking about how their life sucks. And that personal trainer might just happen to know of a life coach. Now that is a chance for them, the personal trainer and the life coach, to serve the same client. And that life coach can refer to that client. It would be great if that life coach and that personal trainer had a business relationship, that we would refer people to each other. The life coach is talking to someone who's overweight and they've been sad about their weight forever. And that life coach might know of a personal trainer if they have a business relationship together. That would be, you know what? I have a personal trainer that I will pay for the first session. I'll sponsor your first session if you'll give it a try. And that sponsorship could be an agreement between that life coach and that personal trainer. Look, anybody you refer me to, I'll give them 2 sessions for free or 1 session for free. That's a chance for you guys to support each other. So what I would say to you all is to put some thought to it and come up with 10 industries or businesses that could be strategic partners for you. partners. Make a list of 10 of them. Make a list of 10 of them. For example, I am a sales coach, and I like to speak to companies with sales forces. So a business tax professional could be a great...
who has a team.
Well, he has clients that have teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does their books or their taxes for small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he could be a great strategic alliance with me because we serve in the same client, but we're not in competition with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Who else could be someone that has an organization like a women's organization? Mm-hmm. They could be strategic partners with me because if they want to boost membership, I run across independent women that are in business all the time. I can refer them to that organization, and that organization can refer the membership to me who are talking about struggles with sales. Mm-hmm. That could be a great strategic alliance, and we can come up with a lot of them. Someone that owns a real estate office can be a strategic partner of mine because I can help their sales force, but because I'm out and about in the communities, I can refer people who are looking for homes to his agency. It works beautifully if the strategic partnership has some levels, not complete, but some levels of exclusivity. Some levels of exclusivity. I agree that anyone that wants to buy a home that I run across, I won't run across someone every day, but every now and then, when I get that, I will refer them to you. Mm-hmm. You won't run across people from me every day either. But whenever the opportunity comes, and what it does is it creates, through the strategic partners, it creates an awareness on both of them. Keep your eyes and ears open for me. Mm-hmm. How are we doing on time?
Oh, I apologize. 4 minutes.
I got, Jesus, this... I haven't covered hardly anything.
That's okay. You got another week. Everything, Rome was not built in a day.
Strategic partners. I think if you all put some thought to who could be a strategic partner for you. Who could be a strategic partner for you? A couple of things. My phone number, someone told me on one of the calls that I should make my phone number bigger. 919-345-4893. Anyone who calls me, you will get a free consultation. Free consultation.
Stephanie Washington said, we need another class on this.
Yes, we do. Stephanie, I apologize. I thought I had it laid out, Stephanie. The first 15 minutes I was going to be talking about referrals, and the last 15 minutes I was going to be talking about strategic partners, but it didn't work out that way.
Mr. Lasco says that y'all are the power couple of Charlotte.
Thank you, sir. But, Stephanie, I do have, on Wednesday nights, I have a private Facebook group. A private Facebook group. If you call me up, you'll get that. My private Facebook group is growing, but I charge for it. The private Facebook group is an opportunity for me to finish these Monday Night Sales Masteries, to deep dive into them, to post all my videos, and to spend more time talking about what we talked about today. Like when I ran out of time, 30 minutes is only 30 minutes.
Hey, Rebecca, we didn't know you were on. Thank you. She said, love the information on strategic partnerships.
Yes, strategic partnerships. But in my private Facebook group, I take more time with it, and I do it in a group format, and I do it live or video. But I charge for that. I charge, thank you, baby, I charge $25 per month. $25 per month. Each Monday I do these. This is my 12th Monday Night Sales Mastery class. Each Monday I do this. Yes, ma'am.
Rochelle says she took your free consultation and she learned much.
Rochelle did everything. She took my free consultation, and that free consultation, we determined that we wanted to do what's called a trial coaching session, which I charge for too. But I only offer that after you've taken a free consultation. So Rochelle actually took a trial coaching session with me, and we learned much, and she's actually going to do another session with me this upcoming weekend, and we're going to get it in. But for $25 a month, it gives me a chance to deep dive and fully flesh out all of these things. Okay, anyone? I'm looking forward to reaching out to you. The first person who reaches out to me on Facebook tonight, I have something extra for you. Whoever inboxes me at Brian Keith McNeill, inbox me at Brian Keith McNeill. The first person, I'm going to go right to my laptop. The first person who reaches out to me tonight, I'm going to offer you something. What time is it?
It is 9:29.
9:29. Tonight, all of them, every Monday night, it goes very fast. Tonight seemed to go very fast for me. We're going to transition now. I'm going to go to my laptop. My wife is going to go to her show,
You got a comment on here I want to get. LOL. Telling my business. One too many. Too much success at once can overwhelm this model. Upgrade delivery of service, especially if you're not Jesus and don't have 12 disciples.
You don't need 12 disciples. You just need one. Okay. But anyway, I didn't mean to tell your business whoever that was. I apologize if I went too
Clayton.
far. Clayton?
Clayton Barnett.
Yes, Clayton. And that was an interesting conversation. But anyway, my wife is going to transition to her show called Woman to Woman. That's a show for just women, fellas. Y'all don't need to be on there. And it's on Lisa Santiago McNeill's page. Good night to you.